Okay, you know, last week I wanted to talk about the fact that it makes 1 year that I've been doing my videos about music and art, about painting, about Marcolis and about Talk Talk. 1 year that I'm annoying you, 1 year that I'm blabbing about that. I wanted to celebrate last week, and you know what happened last week, and I was really not in the mood to celebrate. Actually, it seems that I have problems with anniversary because September 11 was my birthday, and as you can imagine, I don't celebrate it anymore, at least not on that day. And now I was about to celebrate another anniversary, and that happened. And that's why I do it only now. So, what happened? I wanted to celebrate the fact that it makes 1 year that I got over my block in painting. 1 year that I started painting again. 1 year that I've been understanding the importance of the music in my art. 1 year that I have made more videos. I was doing videos before, but very rarely, and I don't think that I was passionate enough about something to do videos every week. Actually, I didn't think that I would be able to do one video per week, sometimes more, because I'm very busy, and I thought that I would get exhausted very quickly. And actually, I'm not. I'm absolutely not exhausted. I'm not bored. I didn't have any problem to do one video per week, even though sometimes to edit my videos I almost don't sleep one night, you know. But it's really fun because the topic is fun. I'm not saying that I will do all my life only videos about Marcolis and Talk Talk, of course not. I imagine that I will have something else to say. But right now, the subject is far to be over. I mean, I'm at the very beginning of my quest and of my study about Marcolis, his way of creating, and how I can apply that in my painting and in my art in general, and in art in general, and what are the lessons that we can learn from that. So, I wanted to celebrate all this. I also wanted to celebrate the fact that 1 year ago I discovered a man that actually I didn't know. I knew him because I've known his music since more than 30 years, and I knew him because he was the singer of Talk Talk, so I knew him, but I didn't know him as he is. Well, I still don't know him as he is because I don't know him, but I discovered an incredible, a very incredible man and artist, a wonderful, wonderful man, because he's yes, he's a genius. So, but it's not the only thing. I mean, his way of creating is very creative. It's very he tries to do something new all the time. That is something that I learned from him, because I have a tendency to have my habits and do always the same things. And I started thinking, no, it's boring. We must do the things differently and try to do something new as much as possible, so people are not bored, I'm not bored, nobody is bored. And also, you know, even if he's a genius, even if his way of working is absolutely incredible and so interesting. He is not boring. I mean, sometimes people who are genius, when they talk, they are boring. He is not. There is nothing boring in learning from him. And he is also funny. Not always funny, but very often very funny. And I love that. Someone who is smart and funny in the same time, and we learn from him. And he's a genius, and his music is wonderful, and he made albums that I didn't know, the three last ones, which are incredible. So I had a lot to celebrate last week, and I didn't because happened what happened. So I was a little scared that what happened last week would affect my new inspiration and the fact that I'm able to paint again. Because when I'm depressed, I don't manage to create. I need to be happy to create. I need to feel loved and be happy to create. And suddenly I didn't really feel loved. Just when I was saying that maybe I would be able to work a little more on my paintings, this happened. So I thought that it would be a problem, but actually it was not. Firstly, because you can't say, okay, I'm going to create, I'm going to compose, or I'm going to paint, or I'm going to do that when this, and this, and this will be fixed. No, because things never stay still. So there will always be something wrong which will prevent you from doing what you want to do. So you have to do it. And I thought, I must paint. I must not be so overwhelmed by that I can't do anything. I don't want to go back to how I was more than 1 year ago. But actually, I didn't even have to force myself to do it because the situation was kind of different. Here it was like a matter of I have to paint because I have to prove that it doesn't affect me enough to prevent me from painting, or it doesn't affect me enough to prevent me from listening to the music I love. Because if I am affected by that, then they win, so and it's not only a victory on them, it's also a victory on myself. It means, no, now, even if you are depressed, even if things are going badly, well, I'm not talking about extreme situations, but I mean, I'm lucky enough to be alive, and I'm lucky enough to have my family and my friends alive. So I can't just give up and say, oh, okay, it's not the right time to paint. It's always the right time to paint, and it's always the right time to listen to music. So during 1 week, I've been painting like crazy, not only on my canvas, but also on my wall. I had to paint and to paint and to paint and to apply the paint, like if I wanted to cover the misery and to add some color and some joy, and to do it because every stroke is a victory, and we don't know how tomorrow will be, so let's do it now, because maybe tomorrow it will be different, so let's do it now as long as I can do it. So I painted this space, it used to be a shop or something. It looks like an old theater from outside, but I don't think it was an old theater. And this place is very close to my home, and I painted that, and actually the other day I passed in front of it, and they are repairing, and it's going to be a convenience store. So it's funny because it's the tomorrow started on the painting, and tomorrow started for this place too. You know, in the reality, it's funny to see how the my imaginary world is mixed with the reality. Because now, you know, I'm painting a space which exists, but when I pass in front of this space, I think that I'm looking at my painting. That's funny. Anyway, so now I can celebrate. I can celebrate my 1 year and be prepared because I don't think it will be only 1 year. I have still a lot to say. You know, 1 year is long, but I have the feeling to be really at the very beginning. And the 1 year looked to me like 1 second. So I will have more to say for sure. So the other day I was very sad and very anxious. And I thought, by the way, do you remember what you do when you don't feel good? You go on the Such a Shame video and you watch it. And I thought, oh yeah, but now it's too serious. I can't watch someone who is laughing and playing dumb, and it's not going to make me feel good. I don't want to associate, you know, this video to this event. But I thought, but I must try. I must see how much it works in such a situation. So I went to watch this video, and it worked. It made me laugh. In spite of the situation, it made me laugh. So I put the video again a second time, and I was really laughing. And then I was much less sad. It was incredible, and I thought this video is really amazing. It's really amazing because it's really powerful. I'm certain that there is something special in this video. And then I thought, okay, after this painting, after my tomorrow started, I will do another painting about Such a Shame, about the clip video Such a Shame and the song, because I love so much this song, and I love so much this video, and it helped me. It really, really helped me. You imagine it erased my block. Now it made me feel better in this situation. It's absolutely amazing. By the way, one of the guy who was in the Bataclan during the attack, he was in the cabin, you know, where there is the sound, and he was locked in that room, and but they were shooting behind the door, and he was locked with the bass player of the group who was playing. I will give you the name, or you must know the name. You heard that at the news. It was a Californian group, a band who was. They were playing there at the Bataclan. So the bass player and this guy were locked in this room together. They were scared. They were hearing the noise of the guns, and the other ones were trying to come in this room. And the guy said to the bass player, he wanted to joke because he was scared, and the only way he found to not fall apart was to joke. So he said to the bass player, you know, guy, I preferred your concert that you made in last June. And the, and you know, it's not a big joke, haha, but it's still funny, you know. And the bass player looked at him like, did I understand well? You know, and he understood that it was a joke, and they started laughing, and it made them feel better. So I was interested by this story because it really proves that when you laugh even in the worst situations can really help. And here with this clip video, I have the proof it's true. Obviously, it's really a place to go to, something to watch when you feel bad. I'm not saying that if you are in an extreme situation, it's going to work and maybe you won't have access to a computer. But I mean, if you are at home and you feel a little depressed, go to watch this video. You will understand what I'm saying. Anyway, so I had so many reasons to celebrate, I think these last events and situations and all what happens in my life makes me think a lot about life. And when I start freaking out because maybe I won't have my extension of stay, or maybe I'm not going to make enough money, or maybe something is going to happen there, I have a tendency to do that. And as soon as I put the music on or I watch this video, I'm like, what are you talking about? Everything is fine. Everything is fine. So it will be always time to freak out if there is a reason to freak out. But otherwise, the music is so beautiful. There are some music which are so beautiful that it makes you forget everything and it makes you happy. That is an incredible treasure in life. And I understand even better now, since these terrorists want to prevent the world to listen to music. So it means that they know the danger of the music, the danger in the sense that it makes people happy. And they bet on people being unhappy. So that's why they don't want the music to be played, because it could change things. You imagine the power of the music. So if you imagine the power of the music, you can also imagine the power of a video when you have the music plus the image of someone who is really funny and wonderful. A lot of thoughts in 1 week, So I've been painting on my wall, on my canvas. I'm sorry that I couldn't film much on my wall, but I was on the top of a ladder and I thought, okay, if I film and paint in the same time, I'm going to fall down. So I did my best. I will give you a few images of what I did and what I saw. And also to tell you that I'm not done. 1 year is not enough. Let's start a second year. And I have so much more to say, to discuss and to comment and to talk about and to listen with you and to paint. So I'm not done. You will hear about Talk Talk Music and Mark Hollis and my paintings even more. 1, 2, 3, 4. so I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.